The Galaxy S26 Ultra is one of the most talked about phones coming next year, and as the launch date gets closer, more leaks are giving us a clearer picture of what Samsung is planning. The latest reports focus on one of the most important areas for any smartphone, the camera system, and this time, it looks like Samsung is putting special attention on improving performance in low-light photography. The Galaxy S26 Ultra is expected to keep the same quad camera setup that we saw on the Galaxy S25 Ultra. That means for cameras on the back, a main sensor, an ultra-wide, a telephoto, and a super telephoto. But even though the layout looks the same, Samsung is making important changes that could make a big difference in photo quality, especially at night or in darker conditions. According to reliable leaks, the S26 Ultra will feature a 200-megapixel main camera with a wide f1.4 for aperture, a 50-megapixel ultra-wide camera with f1.9, a 12-megapixel telephoto with f2.4 and 3x zoom, and a 50-megapixel super telephoto with f2.9 and 5x zoom. At first, this setup may look almost the same as the S25 Ultra, but the real improvements are in the aperture sizes. The aperture is the opening in the camera lens that lets light in. The wider it is, the more light the camera can capture. This is especially useful when shooting at night, indoors, or in other low-light environments. With the S26 Ultra, Samsung has widened the aperture on both the main 200-megapixel sensor and the 50-megapixel super telephoto lens. This change may sound small, but it makes a huge impact. The main sensor can now capture up to 47% more light than the S25 Ultra's camera. The telephoto lens captures about 38% more light than before. The result should be brighter, sharper photos with less noise, making night shots and indoor pictures look much better than before. If you've ever struggled with grainy or blurry pictures on older Galaxy phones, the S26 Ultra might finally solve that problem. Another notable upgrade is the telephoto camera's resolution. On the S25 Ultra, it was just 10 megapixels. On the S26 Ultra, it's now 12 megapixels. That's not a massive jump, but a 20% increase in resolution should still mean clearer zoom shots with more detail. This all fits into Samsung's bigger plan. Over the years, the company has consistently improved both hardware and software to boost photo quality, especially at night. Now with these changes, the S26 Ultra could take another major step forward in smartphone photography. Not everything is changing, though. The leaks suggest that the front-facing selfie camera will remain the same as the one on the S25 Ultra. Meanwhile, Apple is rumored to be giving the iPhone 17 lineup a major selfie upgrade by moving to a 24-megapixel front camera, up from the 12-megapixel one on the iPhone 16 that could give Apple an edge in selfies and video calls, especially for users who care more about the front camera. Samsung, however, seems more focused on making its rear camera system as powerful as possible. And realistically, that's where most users care the most, since the majority of photos people take are with the rear cameras. By widening apertures, improving zoom lenses, and letting in more light, Samsung is targeting the area where improvements will make the biggest difference in everyday use. This also highlights how competitive the smartphone market is right now. Samsung and Apple keep pushing each other, whether it's better batteries, better displays, or in this case, better cameras. The S26 Ultra looks like it will be a great option for photography lovers, while Apple may take the lead on front camera performance. With only a few months left before Samsung officially announces the S26 series, we'll definitely see more leaks and details. But from what we know so far, the S26 Ultra isn't just copying what the S25 Ultra offered. Instead, it's making targeted upgrades that will matter in daily photography. All signs point to Samsung wanting the Galaxy S26 Ultra to be the ultimate low-light champion. Wider apertures, better zoom, and improved sensors should all add up to a big leap in camera performance. Now, we just have to wait for the official launch to see if the real-world results live up to the promise.